This is Sandy Kozlowski, the founder of Myrealbodyoga.com, and welcome to our weekly radio show. And we are studying. I'm living in Olympia, Washington. I teach at South Puget Sound Community College. I founded My Real Body Yoga on the concept that anyone of any fitness level could participate in yoga. So I'm really excited to be talking with you and sharing with you week to week about the other side of yoga. I understand that you can get into the pose, but I'm looking at the core, the deeper issues. What do you believe about that pose? What do you believe about being able to get into that pose? What about yoga excites you, frustrates you? What are you doing to have a more holistic center in your life? This is a call-in show. Goodness knows I can talk the whole time. I am a mom. But you can give me a call if you have any questions. That number is 718-508-9432. I'm on Blogtalkradio and I'm happy to be here. What we've been studying is from the Baron Baptiste's book, 40 Days to Personal Revolution. And I have to tell you that a couple of us have been chatting, and it is kicking our butts. It's not so much the specific yoga poses. It really, for me, has been the complete psychic change. And I'm really open to this, but goodness sakes, I'm really super excited about the opportunity to change. I don't normally read to you, but I'd like to read a little bit from week 5, which is the week that we're in, on centering. There is a story of a disciple who came to visit his master to ask if he could receive his higher ranking as a monk. As the disciple entered the temple, he left his shoes and rice bowls outside. The master asked his student, "On which side of the rice bowl did you place your shoes?" "What kind of nonsense is that?" asked the student. He was very annoyed. "Why don't you ask me all about the enlightenment I am receiving in my meditation? My kundalini rising, my knowledge of God. I am an advanced student of scripture and meditation. Why did you ask me such a stupid and ordinary question?" Once again the master asked the same question. "On which side of the rice bowl did you place your shoes?" The angry student replied, "What do rice bowls and shoes have to do with spirituality? Frankly, I take pride in not being... I simply don't remember because it isn't important." "You're not ready to graduate to the next level," said the master.
"Go and meditate for another 9 years, and then you can come back and try again." 9 years, the student said, "just for this small mistake?" "This is not a small mistake," replied the master. "You are not living yet from your center, and because you have no awareness of what is right in front of you. You are not present in your everyday activities, and that is what it means to live meditatively. You must learn to have your feet on the ground." Thank you to Baron Baptiste for putting that within your book, 40 Days to Personal Revolution by Baron Baptiste. I have to tell you that it kind of got me, actually, this morning. I like to say that I live meditatively, and I know that when I'm in my yoga class and I'm teaching, I'm completely present to that. But I have to tell you that this morning, getting ready to do this class, it wasn't until about a half an hour before that I was living in my center, that I calmed down. I paid attention to how my chair was seated, what beverage I had, the way the computer was, how I felt in my body, and what I needed to have happen for myself. So I find that very interesting, that for me, not that I consider myself like this grand yogi master, but that for me, who quote-unquote knows better, I'm still struggling to be just me within myself and me present in my body. And I think the other thing for me is that when I live in a more meditative spot,
My class hears me talk about this all the time, but when I live in a much more meditative spot, I find that I am grateful. I am grateful for everything around me. If you have any experience like that, you are welcome to give me a call at 718-508-9432. I'll say that one more time. 718-508-9432. If you're watching this video on YouTube, you're welcome to give us a call next week. Anyway, so I really find that and then when I live in a more grateful way of being, then suddenly it's like magic. Nice things happen around me. And I find that for this type A personality girl is really difficult to slow down, not get so American full of myself, and just smell I can take time to be grateful, smell the flowers, appreciate people, plants, animals, things around me, appreciate observing other life, people interacting that I have nothing to do with. I can appreciate all of those things and still get everything done that I need to get done. I'm still a single mom. I still have 6 children. I have 2 grandchildren. I have 4 of my boys are home. I am working to build Myrealbodyoga, hopefully to where we have our own studio. Grateful to South Puget Sound Community College, by the way, for giving us this opportunity. I am opening a nonprofit, which is Conchetta House, and I will be telling you about that in just a moment, a little segue to that. And I am helping a friend open and develop his business of social media management. So I am really busy, and there's no social life in there. I mean, I still have like this much of a social life. So when you say to me, I don't get how to be grateful, I don't get how to be present in my life, I get that. Let me tell you one thing that I've tried practicing, and see if this works for you. I can be really cranky and I'm just going to confess this right now. This is going to go on YouTube. It's on Blogtalkradio, forever and always. So I'm just going to confess this right now. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I can be really cranky to waitresses and store clerks. The thing that is the most shameful about that is I have been both a waitress and a store clerk. So I know better. But I can be really cranky, and I don't even know where that comes from. So what I have chosen to do is I make sure that I look at their name tags and I say please and thank you. But here's the other thing that I do. Ever been in the grocery store line and you're in a hurry? I'm always in a hurry when I'm in a grocery store. And the person ahead of you, they go through the whole thing. The person in the cashier chat, talk, sing, kumbaya, hold hands, do a dance, the whole thing. And then all of a sudden, at the end of the time they're all checked through, they suddenly realize they have to write a check. So we have to do the whole look for the checkbook. How much was it again? Oh, my pen ran out. And the whole drama and trauma of writing a check. I have no finger against checks. But I used to get really annoyed at that person. Like, didn't you know you had to write a check? Couldn't you have pre-written part of it? Couldn't you have had the checkbook out? You know, the whole thing. What I realized is that way of being for me was taking me out of gratitude and putting me into a place I did not want to be. Into a place that was not gratitude-filled. Into a place that did not set up my day or my interactions with others in a positive way. Because typically if I'm in that mood, in that place at that time, it's been all through my life. So one of the things that I've started doing is when I'm in the grocery store checkout line, I put myself into mountain pose. Now, if you don't know what mountain pose is, you can go ahead and go online almost anywhere and find a picture of mountain. Basically, you're standing up very straight. So I close my eyes and I do my rubbing body check. I have 4 corners of support on the feet. Soft ankles, soft knees.